What's going on, guys? Danny Matei back with Caffeine and Cash Practices, drinking a little coffee and talking about all things cash practices to help you win on the business side. Now, today I'm going to talk about something that maybe isn't going to help your cash practice directly in terms of getting more new patients or being better at sales. We have plenty of content on that for you guys to help there. This is one area that I actually didn't really know much about when I started a business, but I think is one of the biggest benefits of actually having your own business, and in particular, a cash practice with a physical footprint. You're going to have to pay for things, for overhead, for your space, for bills that you have, your phone, the energy for the facility, advertising, all kinds of stuff. And the best way to do that is to put it on a credit card. And now, before you get all mad at me and you start throwing Dave Ramsey quotes at me, here's what I mean by that. I'm not telling you to put it on a credit card and not pay it off or you're living off of this. What I'm saying is to put your overhead, the things you need to actually run your business, on a credit card, and then to pay that off every single month. And I'm going to talk to you about why I want you to do this, but also the perk of this that's so great. So the first thing that I would say is one of the best ways to compartmentalize and understanding your actual spending in your business is to put your spending for everything you have from your overhead, as much as you can, on your credit card. Now, it's probably unlikely you're going to be able to pay rent with your credit card, but you're going to be able to do almost everything else. And the nice thing with this is you can see everything in one place. It can be categorized. It's easier for your bookkeeping to do it this way. It's also safer in a lot of ways too, because you have a lot of protection with a credit card. The side effect from this, aside from being able to easily be able to see transparency with your finances and what you're spending, is that if you have certain credit cards, and I'll give you one that I recommend in a second, you can get actual rewards for that. So you can get credit card points for you just spending money on the things you're going to spend money on anyway. And what's great about that is it can really be beneficial to be able to travel, and it help pay for things so that you can experience the world with your friends and family. And the business in some ways is subsidizing that through using a card you're going to use to pay for things anyway. So one of the things that I recommend is people get a business credit card with their business. Now, the one that I use is actually the Business Preferred card, Chase Business Preferred. So it's Chase Inc. Business Preferred. And the reason I like this one, and there's a number of other cards out there, but the reason I like this one is because it does give us bonus points for advertising dollars. So for our practice and for our businesses, we spend money on advertising every single month. So that could be on Facebook, Google, YouTube, search engine, advertise spend. Any of that is going to go towards some of these bonuses they have. Other credit cards could be between 2 and 4 points for that. This one happens to be 3. And for other business categories like travel or gasoline, or actually your cell phone bill or your energy bill, these other things that you're paying for, a lot of these cards will give you bonus points for those. So it's not just you're going to get 1 point per dollar, which you probably are on everything else that you have, but you're going to get bonus points for these as well. So let's just say that your overhead is between $2,000 and $5,000 a month that you can actually put on your credit card, which is not a massive amount of money, by the way. At scale, these businesses are going to be a lot more than that. And a lot of it's going to be payroll, your staff and things like that, which you can't really get rewards for on that. You can't really put overhead for salaries on a credit card that I know of. But other things within the business you can. So let's just say you have $2,000 to $5,000 a month of spend that you're putting on a credit card that you have to pay for the business anyway. Now, if you look at on the back side of that in terms of what you're going to get from a credit card point standpoint, now think of these as just like credits they're giving you towards other things. You're going to get somewhere for that $2,000 to $5,000, somewhere between probably 6 and maybe 20,000 points a month, not to include any sort of bonus that they might give you to actually sign up for it. And oftentimes these have bonuses between 60 and 120,000 points just to sign up for one of these cards. So let's just say per month you're going to get anywhere between 6 and 20,000 points per month, every single month, just by running your business. By the end of the year, you're going to have somewhere between 100 and 200,000 points, not including a bonus. Now, that might mean nothing to you because you don't understand like what you can actually use that towards, but I'll give you a really good tangible example of this. last year, so in 2022, our spring event for our PT Biz Mastermind, we went to Isle of Palms, South Carolina, which is just outside Charleston, and we went to a beach resort called Wild Dunes. So you can look this place up. Wild Dunes is a really nice kind of hotel, as well as a bunch of homes in that area that you can rent and people own. It's right on the beach. There's a couple golf courses. It's a super nice spot. Now, if you go there in the summer, it's going to cost you for just one hotel room, probably somewhere between $500 and $600 per night, not including taxes and resort fees and all the other things included in that, right? So if you go for 4 nights in the summer, it's going to cost you about $2,900 in order to stay there for 4 nights in a room that has 1 bed. So a king bed or a double if you want to do that, and two beds in there. Now, the reason I say that is you could also take points and you could use points to pay for staying at this hotel. In order to stay there over the summer, it's 20,000 points per night. So for 80,000 points, which you can accumulate in a year just by spending money through this credit card that you're going to do anyway, because you have to run your business, you've basically earned yourself close to $3,000 in a vacation stay where you can take your family and go to a super cool beach resort and hang out for a few days and enjoy this perk of being able to almost have a free vacation. All you gotta do is get there, but the hotel is paid for by the points that you have. So instead of you going and paying $3,000 for this trip, the business pays for it through the points that you accumulate through your credit card. So this is a sneaky, really nice perk that most people don't actually think about, and many people don't even use a credit card within their own business. They're not accumulating points. They're not actually segregating the spend and seeing, where the separation is of the actual, spend in the business and the protection that actually provides to a business. So easy tip. If you have a business, get yourself a business credit card. Like I said, I like the Chase Inc. Preferred Card. I got no skin in the game with Chase, just the one that I use. There's plenty of other ones. If you're an Amex person, you like that, go for it. But get yourself one. Make sure you get some points for things you're going to be spending on the business. Most business credit cards do have extra points with that. And then see where you can start to transfer those to be able to use those so you can enjoy awesome vacations with your friends and family, basically for free. So guys, I hope you like this one. I hope that this helps you get a little perk out of all the things that you're doing in business. This is a super tactical strategy. We'll be back next week with more things to help you be successful with your cash practice. I'll see you then.